So in December, the company filed for bankruptcy. Same day we were ready, we started the discussions with the bankruptcy state. We started to inform the labor union, the government, and different stakeholders what would we do if we would successfully be able to buy the company. We had about 14 companies negotiating to buy the whole company or just parts of it. And in June, we signed a contract. At the end of August, we paid cash to buy the company. So to explain what we bought, were that as the company went bankrupt, meaning we bought only the asset side of the company. So first we bought Saab Automobile AB. Here we had all the IP rights. And the most important IP rights for us were the 9.3 platform, the Epsilon 1 platform. That will be the starting point for our first product. Then we bought the Phoenix platform. The Phoenix platform that had been invested over 2 million engineering hours. An architecture that were ready to about 80%, but including about 20% with GM content. That is an important asset for us for the next platform, the next generation of cars that we will build. We also had a fairly big portfolio of trademarks and patents that are also very valuable for us when we move ahead. Then we bought the Saab Automobile Tools. Here we have all the production tools and equipment, and also about 14,000 vendor tools that are out with different suppliers. Many of these vendor tools we today let the Saab parts company use to produce spare parts for older cars. Then we bought the Saab Automobile Powertrain, and the powertrain is mainly all the test facilities, meaning that we can test out our new products and develop new models. And then we bought one company, and that was the property company. 1.7 million square meter of land, 500,000 with buildings. So with this as a base, we can say that we have the land, we have the buildings, we have the tools, we have the IP rights, meaning we have the starting point of a business plan. Then the last part that we had to negotiate very hard on during the summer were the trademark. And it ended up that we have now an exclusive license from Saab AB to use Saab as a brand for passenger cars. We are two different companies. Saab AB make military and defense equipment. We make passenger cars. We want to be very clear to separate, meaning our company name is not Saab. Our company name is National Electric Sweden, and we call it NEVS. But the product is Saab. When we bought the company, we paid cash, and it was done by our owner, that is National Modern Energy Holding. This is a Swedish person. His name is Kai-Johan Yang. He's born in China, grew up in China. But he worked many years for Volvo AB in China. 2004, he decided that he wanted to go into green energy. And he has, up to today, built over 30 power plants, where he is buying the rest products from the Chinese farmers. So about 30 million farmers, poor farmers in China, have increased their disposable income. He paid cash to them. And with this raw material, he has produced over 1 terawatt hours of green energy. This is one important part of the business plan. In the future, an electric car need also to be charged with green energy. In this group that he's running in China, he has a part owner that is State Grid. State Grid is the 7th largest company in the world, and also the company that are building the infrastructure in China. And I will come back to them. Then early this year, we announced that we signed a contract with one province in China. That is the Qingdao city. It's a city with 9 million people in a province of Shandong with 100 million. So they are investing now 2 billion Swedish crown in NEVS. They will become 22% shareholder. They do that because they want to have access to quality electric vehicles. They also want that when we have filled Trollhättan plant, they want the second plant, when we expand, to be located in Qingdao, and that we will do. If you look at the cornerstones for the future, what we are uniting here is what we have here in Sweden, the skills to design and manufacture cars. Then we add technology from Japan, and that is mainly technology related to the powertrain. Technology related to electric powertrain, and specifically is the battery technology. And I will come back to what that means. But it is also new light material that's going to be very important in the automotive industry. Then we combine this, what we have in Sweden and Japan, with the new role of China. That is not only the largest automotive market in the world, but it's also a market where you are able to do a technology shift. And I will come back to explain the role of China. Our focus is to make Saab brand leading for electric vehicles. But we also say here very clearly that we will have parallel powertrains over a foreseeable future. 90% of all the European drivers, they drive maximum 100 kilometers a day. And if you drive 100 kilometers a day, then you are a good customer to buy an electric vehicle. But if you drive long distance every day, and you drive and live in places where there is not an infrastructure to fast charge your car, then you should buy a conventional car. We will offer both, and it's a customer who makes the choice. And we know in the beginning it's going to be a large share of conventional, and gradually the number of electric vehicles will increase. We built this on the legacy of Saab that has been focused on innovation and design. Innovations done by engineers at Saab Automobile during the years are inventions that did not only make Saab as a great cars, but also become standards in the automotive world. It's not only Saab having a turbo, it's not only Saab having the side impact protection, etc. And for us, if you're going to do a technology shift, you need a trustworthy sender. And Saab as a brand is that. The products that we will start with is the 9-3. 9-3, and I can tell you now, the pictures that you see here is model year 2012, is before the facelift. What we do now is we do a facelift, interior, exterior facelift, partly to improve the product, but partly that we are changing some suppliers. What we do now is that Stig Runesson, who is head of manufacturing, he and his team has the production facility ready to start. We are now negotiating, final negotiations with about 500 part suppliers. As soon as we have signed that we have all the parts, 99% is not enough, you need 100% to make a car. Then we know that we are ready to start. Already now, we are starting to recruit people. If you look at our homepage, you could see that first we took in 40 people a few weeks ago, and now we recruit for another 60 people. That is to gradually prepare also the production to be ready to start. We are confident that we will start production of conventional Saabs after summer, during the autumn. And we will, during 2014, launch our first electric cars. In an electric car, the key is the battery. And here we are a little bit different from other companies focused on electric vehicles. We have integrated backwards that we have our own battery technology, we have our own battery factory. We built our battery cells, the battery cooling system, the battery monitoring system, the package. And we have our first factory. We built it and we announced that in October last year. That first factory outside Beijing is already fully booked. Now we supply batteries to Beijing city buses. We have about 30 engineers working full-time on this at the moment. We are now building our second battery factory. As I told you, the first factory is fully booked. Now we have to create capacity for our cars coming out in 2014.